my friend, Dr. Bhatia, distinguished guest, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's a great honor to be here with you, to be honored as a guest speaker. And I thought of the topic and I said, well, to really do justice to the subject, I'd like to address this issue rather than have a material written by someone else, read by me. And I thought the best way is really to address this issue from the heart. Yes, I'm the biggest believer in corporate responsibility, whether it's social or otherwise. But do we really want to look backward in a 12-month period, or do we want to look into the future? And I'll come back to why I say that. Do we only talk about social responsibility from the corporate side that merely address certain issues and really forget a lot of issues that pertaining to responsible business? Do I want to talk about CSR? I think not. If you allow me, I would like to maybe address it in a different way. I would like you to think with me on the new terminology that is really being used these days rather than CSR. The new one is called responsible business rather than CSR. Because responsible business means a business that does not only look into its own growth, its own financial, but it looks into not only the community that is living with, but the whole global issues. It really stems from being responsible. And being responsible means there are several issues that a corporate need to look at. There are a distinguished difference between CSR and between responsible business. CSR usually it looks back on a 12-month period, what the corporate has done, and usually it is managed by, in most cases, I'm not so general, but in most cases, by the PR, the marketing, and it's a budget that has been spent in different projects. Responsible business means that a company not only look at the environment, it doesn't even look at the community only, the workforce, and the ethical corporate governance. It's really, it's a combination of a lot of things. And from this platform, I would like maybe the organizer to think of something else besides CSR. Let's push the change into the whole philosophy, and let's create a responsible business that will not only look into its own shareholder, stakeholder benefit, but it looks into a wider scope of community, its own workforce, and its way of doing business, which is the ethical part of it. By way of addressing this, I think if we look into company that has really taken on this seriously, and they said, We are a responsible business in all of our acts. When we talk about the environment, their impact on the environment is minimum. The damage that they do to the environment is minimum. They encourage the green philosophy. They encourage the use of solar. They encourage the use of wind in creating that energy. They reduce waste. They take care of the water that we drink. They take care of the air that we breathe. So they minimize the pollution. They minimize the damage to Mother Nature. And I was looking at the Discovery Channel, and there is a wording that I've really liked. It says, nature does not need us. We need it. We as a people, human beings, need it more than the nature needs us. But unfortunately, we've seen so much damage to Mother Nature. And done by whom? Not by person, not by us, by the biggest corporate. Whether it's a pollution in the water, whether it's pollution in the air, and we talk about the ozone, we talk about the big corporate, the big companies, the big countries that needs to help. Unfortunately, human beings think of their own time, but this is how we live now. But we haven't really thought of how will be the next generation and next generation lives. So a business has to really think of that, has to contribute to the environment.